Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sarel van Grinnen, aka Mr. VG, and welcome to our second video in this series on financial mathematics. So, financial mathematics in grade 9 is now where we start to go more and more towards formulas and solving problems using formulas and our other parts of mathematics. In this video, we are going to look at the application of the simple interest formula to other problems. Remember in the previous video, and if you haven't watched the previous video, please hit that pause button and watch the previous video where I show you how we derived this absolutely gorgeous formula to determine the end value of a simple interest sum. So let me do the sum with you. If I invest 50,000 Rand for 4 years at 9% per annum, simple interest. I didn't add that on, but remember, we need to know that it is simple interest. So if I look at the sum, I always analyze the question first. What is the 50,000? Well, that is the p-value. The n is your number of years in this case, which is 4, and your I is 9%. Always start with a formula. So A is equal to P times 1 plus IN. Very simple and straightforward. Substitute those values in, then I'm going to say, well, P is 50,000. You see, I take my formula and now I'm just plugging in. Then your I is 9%. Now, I know a lot of teachers don't like to write 9%, so rather go 9 over 100. Your calculator can handle it. And then last but not least, your n, which is 4. Put it in brackets so that your calculator understands that there is a multiplication in between the 9% and the 4. At this moment, we pull our best friend close, our calculator, and we get a value of 68,000 Rand. That is our end value. So that is our accumulated value, the capital A. Question: what is the value of the interest you earned over this 4 years? I know it's not part of the question, but I want you to now start thinking that way. Remember, I started with 50,000 Rand and I'm ending with 68,000 Rand. So the interest is simply going to be the difference between your end value and your starting value. So therefore, your amount of interest is 18,000 Rand. But what if I give you a sum like this? How much must you invest to have 42,000 Rand in 5 years' time at 12% per annum? And one of the most important things, ladies and gentlemen, that you are going to have to learn to do with these sums is to actually analyze the question, but also draw a little timeline. So what I love to do is draw a timeline. A basic timeline, a starting point and an end point. What do I know? At this moment, we call that 0. Then there's going to be 5 years. I get the 5 years from that sum because they tell me it's 5 years. Let's now analyze this sum further. First of all, the formula. So I've got 4 things in there. I've got A, my end value, B, my starting value, the I, which is the interest rate, and the N, which is in this case the number of years. When I look at this, my A value is 42,000 Rand because they say it is in 5 years' time. The N is the 5. On my timeline, I've got it there. And then the I is 12%, 12 over 100. This is important, ladies and gentlemen, just so that I know that I've analyzed the sum correctly. If I look at my timeline, the P value would have been at the beginning, the A value at the end were by the 42,000. So the A value is 42,000, the I is going to be 12%, and the N is 5 years. Again, if your teacher doesn't mind you using 12%, you can put it in like that, or 0.12. But 12 over 100 is a safe bet. So what am I asking you to actually do? I'm asking you, how much must you invest? In other words, I'm asking you for the p-value. So I'm going to calculate that bracket, which is 1 plus 12% over, or times by 5, that gives me 1,6p. How do I get rid of the 1,6 times? I'm going to divide both sides by 1,6. And this gives me then a value for P of 26,250 Rand. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we love the formula. But it's always good to actually understand the formula, to draw a timeline for yourself, and then answer the question by using normal, straightforward mathematics. I hope you enjoyed this video, and in our next video, we are going to look at solving the interest rate and solving for N, so the number of years when working with simple interest. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your day, keep safe, and remember, this is not just mathematics, this is life. This is Mr. VG signing out. Keep well. Cheers.